The Message Manager. This is where all email and text messages and scheduled campaigns are stored. These are not just generic phishing for business messages, but a complete series on one-on-one personalized messages from you to your client. Once again, this is all automated and we do it all for you. But we also give you the option and the freedom to create your own personalized custom messages from you to your clients. Now let's go to the Message Manager itself. This tutorial will take you on a tour of the most common aspects of the Message Manager, and I'll also show you how to create a mailing list and add subscribers, send a message to your mailing list, and view tracking reports and monitor your campaigns. First, let's begin by going to the Message Manager. This is the Message Manager login screen. You will want to log in with the login name and the password that we have assigned to you once your account has been activated. You'll probably also want to click the Remember Me button, as this can remember your login and password so you don't have to type it in every time. This is the main screen of the Message Manager. You'll see large options here to create message and manage subscribers. And across the top we have all these different tabs and options. Manage a message, create a message, the delivery schedule, and a place to archive old messages. We have autoresponders, where you can automatically have emails respond to people based on certain conditions or triggers. Attachments, if you want to add an attachment to your email. Templates, we provide you with a series of templates right off the bat. However, you can also manage them or create your own templates. Statistics, reporting. This is where you'll find all the different reports based on the results of your campaigns and emails that you have sent out. Subscribers, of course, is where we manage our subscribers. These are the email recipients. You can also import and export your subscribers to your own email client lists. Manage lists, this is where the subscribers are maintained. We'll be getting to all of that. And forms, if you want to do some custom form work to add to your website by your IT professionals. We're going to begin by creating a mailing list. We have to have a mailing list before we can add subscribers. To create a mailing list, simply click on the mailing list button and give it a name. We're going to call this My List of Clients. You can have many multiple lists, all with your own name for your own preferences. Click on the Save button, and now we have created our mailing list. You can go in and edit the name of the list and make other changes to it once the mailing list has been created. Now that we have done that, it's time to add subscribers. We'll begin by adding a manual entry. One single subscriber. Simply type in the first name, last name, and email address. That is all that we need for sending out emails. You'll also want to choose which mailing list you want to add the person to. So we'll check that box. You might have many different lists here. Just check the one that you want to add this particular person to. And once we click on Save, we can now see that we've added this person and which list that he belongs to. We can go back in and edit the person at any time just by clicking on the Edit button. Now, creating one user at a time is one way to do it, but what if you have dozens or hundreds or even thousands? This is where the CSV import comes in. So we click on Subscribers and Import. And once we're on this screen, you will select the list that you want to add the subscribers to. We're given a delimiter option. Most of the time, a comma is used, but some places, such as Gmail and Yahoo, may use a semicolon or other kinds of delimiters. You will need to know what it is. In the case of using Outlook, in the example that we used in our Getting Started video, we already know that is comma delimited. So I put in a comma here. We check the box that says the file contains headers, usually at the top of a list. I'll show you an example here, what an actual CSV file looks like. And you can see that we have the first line says first name, last name, and email. Outlook, for example, will always put in headers at the beginning and then followed by all the contact information. So we're going to open up the contact list here, add it there, and we've checked the box that says this file contains headers. And then we simply match it up to what is already in our database. First name for your CS file goes to first name, last name matches up to second name, email goes to email address. And that's it. You may want to choose the option to override existing subscribers if you're confident about replacing the people you already have in your list. Otherwise, it will create duplicates. Click on the import button and let it do its magic. It goes quickly, as you can see. Now you'll notice that 11 subscribers from 12 have been imported. That is because the first one was a header, and so because we checked the box, that one is not imported, thereby leaving us with only 11 subscribers out of the 12. Now, if we go to manage our lists and look at our subscribers, we will see that there's actually 12. That is because we already added one manually. And as you can see, they're all here. All the people we added. And you can go in and add and delete them at any time. If you have hundreds, you can change how many show on the page. You can do searches to look for a particular subscriber. And once you're done, if any time you want to export your subscribers back out, that is always available as an option to you. Now we're going to create a message. Simply click on the Message Manager logo to take you right back to the main front home page. You can choose it from the drop down here, or you can choose it from the larger box on the front screen. Now you're going to see all of the templates that we've provided you. However, you're probably not going to want to use those since those are already being sent out on a regular schedule. In this case, we're just going to type in our own custom message. Just a quick note, we type in our subject and continue to step 2. We are now brought to our email composition screen. There are 2 boxes here. One is for the HTML version and one is for the plain text only version. We're going to simply type in our message right here, and then we want to personalize it by adding in someone's name. The way we do that is click on the Tags of Personalization button. It pops up several different options. We're going to put in first name and a comma, so that if this particular contact is named Bob, it will say hello Bob, and then just type in a brief little message. On the toolbar above, you'll notice different icons where we can modify our message, such as bold, italics, bullet points, add pictures, and other common things that are common with word processors. For our example here, we're just going to keep it simple and create a simple message. We also give you the ability to add in personalization tags at the bottom, where it automatically adds in your company name and phone number and email and so forth. For our illustration, we're just going to, again, just keep this simple. Type in a couple of things here. Now, rather than type all of this in a second time into our text version, we're just going to copy and paste all of this. We'll just highlight it all with our mouse. We will copy it, and then we will scroll down to our text box down below. Now there's a couple things in here already that are put in for you automatically, such as if you're experiencing problems of viewing this email, please click here to see our web version. If you wish to unsubscribe, follow this link to unsubscribe. And now we're just going to paste our message in that we copied in from above right after that. You can delete that if you want. You can leave it. That is up to you. And so now we have created our two versions of the message. We want to select the list that we have already created, our 12 subscribers in our client list. A couple of wonderful features about the message manager. One, you can check your message to see if there's any known spam, phrases, catchphrases, words, or other things that can trigger your email to be flagged to be sent to a junk mail folder. Also, another powerful feature is to see what your emails will look like in different email programs. This will automatically save your email. This pops up a new little window. You'll notice there's different examples here. AOL, Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook, Yahoo. Now you notice on the left there's a little red flag about Gmail saying the Gmail automatically removes anything before the body tags. For example, the word hello, Gmail will automatically remove. There's nothing we can do about that. That's just how Gmail does it. So in this case, instead of the email saying hello Bob, it'll just say Bob. The rest of the email will be untouched, and any additional tags you add in after the fact will also be untouched. It's just the first words before the first tag. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't mind if it says hello in all the others and only Bob in just Gmail. That's fine with me. And now we've seen what it looks like in different email programs, and we're now brought to the Manage Messages screen. From here we can click on View. We can see what it looks like in the HTML version if you like, or the text version. These are the two versions that we just created. And we can also go back in and edit the message if we want to change it. Now we're going to actually send a message. We're happy with it. We're ready to move forward. We click on Send. We choose our mailing list. And away we go. You want to leave the screen up while it's sending. Otherwise, it can pause it. You'll have to go back in and continue where you left off beforehand. When it's finished, it will say you can now close this window, and the messages have now all been sent. Now that the messages have been sent, it's time to go back and look to see the reports, the results of things that we have sent. Going back to the front page, we click on the Message Manager icon, and we're looking at the quick stats, which shows subscriber activity for the last 7 days. And it'll show different graphs for who is subscribed and unsubscribed, forwards, bounces, different kinds of tracking links. You can click on the email we just sent if you want to see the summary chart for the one we just sent. If you want to go to more advanced reporting features, we click on the Statistics tab. This is where we begin seeing more detailed information, more detailed reports, more detailed tracking. These are just some different examples that you can click on. Averages, how many emails went out, percentages of who opened what. It'll actually list for us who clicked on what, who opened the email. We can find out who is opening our emails and reading them and who is ignoring them. And all kinds of different reporting features that are really helpful. If we click on Sent Messages, this shows us an overview. Click on General Statistics. Again, another overview based on different campaigns we have done for all time, for the last 7 days, for the last month. Autoresponder statistics. We haven't created an autoresponder yet, so let's do that. Let's go to Autoresponder, click on Messages, and we'll show you how this works. Autoresponders are messages that can be sent automatically to your subscribers at different intervals after they subscribe. We can create triggers, which based Upon them clicking on something, something else will happen. This is actually a very powerful feature. We're going to create both a trigger and autoresponder, just simple ones so you can see how they function and work. Let's click on Create a Trigger. We're going to call this trigger name Visit My Website. When someone clicks on a link in my message and goes to my website, it gives me an option to add them to a different list. Let me give you an example. Let's go back to mailing list, and we're going to create a mailing list, and we will call it Visitors who have visited my website, or website visitors. All we've got to do is click on Save, and we now have this new mailing list that we have created. Now let's go back and create our triggers. And we're going to call this again Website Visitors. And when they click on the link from our Just a Quick Note message, then we want to add them to an additional mailing list called Website Visitors. As you can see, that this is actually a very powerful option. You can have separate lists based on prospects and different people who have done different things based on different clicks. If you have different products, you can create different triggers for different products, different mailing lists for different products. There's any number of uses for triggers. As far as autoresponders, let's create one of those real quick. We'll use the My List of Clients. We're going to give this autoresponder a name. Once again, an autoresponder is an email that automatically gets sent out depending on a certain action item. And for demonstration purposes, we'll just keep this simple. We're going to say thank you for visiting my website. We're going to create a text version as well by copying and pasting into the text box down below. We're going to save it. And we are done. You could send one of these autoresponder messages based on a certain trigger, such as the one we just created. Now, as far as templates are concerned, once again, we have created several for you, but you may wish to create one yourself that you can use and reuse over and over again. This is no different than creating an email. You simply give it a template name, create your content, save it, and now it's added to your list of contents. It's quite easy. And that is it. That is a general overview of all the features of the Message Manager.